This is pH level, which signifies the acidity level. pH of 7 is neutral, which is tap water that we drink. And down below, a pH of 3 or below, it's pretty much battery acid, or the stomach acid in our bodies is also about a pH of 2. What happens if I were to take a glass of orange juice and drink this whole glass of orange juice in 10 minutes? In 10 minutes time, the acid starts in your mouth at neutral. It will drop down to about 4 or 3. And as you finish drinking, the acid will stay there for a total of 30 minutes before it comes back up. Now, what is this red line? Once the pH acid level drops below 5.5, we start to see damage on your teeth. We start to see the outer surface of your teeth start to melt a little bit to the acid. So the melting process does start right when you take that sip, and it does continue while you're drinking. But after you finish drinking, which is 10 minutes, the acid levels in your mouth from the sugars will stay there for another 30 minutes, which then gives you a total time of 40 minutes of acid. What do you think happens if I drank this whole gallon of orange juice? Using pink for gallon. The acid level would actually drop down to the exact same level, stay there for the roughly the same amount of time, and exit out of the danger zone in the same amount of time. Whether you drink a glass of orange juice or a gallon of orange juice, the same amount of acid actually gets put onto your teeth. So drink as much as you want, as fast as you want. Do not drink it throughout the day, sip on it throughout the day, because every time you take a sip, the acid level will dip down to about 3.5. And then it would take another 30 minutes before it finally climbs out of the danger zone. And if you keep repeating that cycle throughout the whole day, you will get cavities. I keep it to my 3 main meals: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Because after breakfast, after lunch, and after dinner, the acid levels will naturally drop down to the acidic levels because we naturally have sugars in our diet. What about whole fruits versus the orange juice, which is the same, but the numbers are actually slightly different? What happens is actually it will only drop down to about 4 before it comes out, and is that it doesn't take 30 minutes for it to level out. It actually will take 10 minutes less. So whole fruits does help reduce the level of acids compared to the juice. What happens when we drink cane sugar? Sugar, the acid level, so let's say I have a soda with cane sugar. The acid level will drop all the way down to about 3.3, and then that's when it finally comes back up 30 minutes later. If I took 10 minutes to drink my sodas. Always have your sodas, your juice, anything that you can think of that has sugars, have it with your meal. Have it with your breakfast. You can have it as a dessert right after your lunch or right after your dinner, but don't wait 30 minutes later to have that drink, and don't sip on your drink throughout the day. Every time you sip, you reset this 30-minute timer.